How have you faced typical bias as a female founder and a woman of color founder?
I speak louder. No, I definitely feel it. I'm in a very male dominated industry. I know that because of my struggles in my past, I was given this opportunity to create this company as a female Hispanic in a very white male dominated industry. I partner up with a lot of different companies out there that are, supporting the underrepresented entrepreneurs, just like myself. And our one of our main contributions to the startup ecosystem is creating those programs or being part of those programs that we are helping one another to increase diversity in our group. Yes, when you are in this position, you just know who you are, know where you came from, and stand tall and speak louder. At the end of the day, you don't have anything to prove to anybody, but you'll just have to do is work hard, and your work will prove itself.
I knew that I was being called. And a lot of times when you start as a founder, you don't know what you're being called to and what you're being compelled and pushed forward to. And so there was a bridal show here in Myrtle Beach. And I never forget, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this bridal show. All right. And I went there. I hadn't had my first client, hadn't had any clients yet. And I tell you, I went there and I walked inside the door, and you had all of the department stores, all their decor. And here I am. I had like a bag filled with items from Walmart. So I was like, I felt so small. And a friend of mine rode with me. And I'm very, very grateful for that person, because when I walked in and I saw all the department stores and their setups, the first thing I thought was, I don't belong here. I want to go home. And the only reason why I did not leave that day is because I felt bad, because I already dragged this person. If I was by myself, I would have been out of there. But I tell you what, Andy and everyone, when I put my items together, because it wasn't like in a little plastic Walmart bag and I had like tulle and all of that. When I put my table together, everyone looked around and was like, who is this person? Who is she? I got my first contract ever. It was $500 there with the lady who was next to me in the booth next to me.
This year, we are going to be scaling through our existing U.S. Infrastructure partners, fiber to finished goods, circular textile called Evernew, New Cycle. It is the only globally patented, scalable, ready to scale circular textile where you can take old post-consumer waste. Yep. They break it down to using chemistry into a pulp where they sort the poly or any other blend from the cellulose, cotton, plant-based fibers, and take that pulp that can be now extruded into a filament, and in the extrusion process can be imbibed with new properties like strength and tenacity, moisture wicking, temperature control, whatever. And that fiber can then be spun, dyed, knit, woven, cut, and sewn, and go through this reclamation process and regeneration process 5 times before it can be biodegraded into the soil. And so we're scaling this in the US, the first in the world to have this, not only this technology, but this scaled infrastructure in the largest consumer market.
My advice to founders is to, number one, acknowledge that there is bias. When you get a question, which you will get a lot of questions that you're only asking me because I'm me, because of who is sitting in front of you, right? Don't dwell on it. Always stay focused on your mission, on why you're the one who is solving this problem. Don't get distracted by the bias. The right partners, the right investors will come at the right time. I really believe that. Someone gave me a really great advice when it comes to fundraising, which is that there is at least one person, one investor out there who is crazy enough to believe in what you're building, who thinks that what you're solving is a problem and is as passionate about solving it as you are. The challenge is finding that investor, right? And unfortunately, you may have to talk to 100, 200, 300, or 1,000 before you find that one. Persevere, stay focused, and network your way, meet people, connect with people, ask for intros. where you can. And as long as you're committed and passionate enough and you stay focused, you will find that investor.
The vetting is just a huge piece that has come up for me over and over again. I think that's something that people really do need to pay attention to with vetting, with having the people that are in their world of who they say, hey, this person is great, or I'm going to give this a recommendation, or maybe not even speak up when there's something that's sus that's happened with you, with them. I mean, it's a very delicate balance, but I think this is the time, with how important it is of everything we're all doing out in the world, whatever, again, lights you up, is to make sure that you are very, very aligned with the people that you are either doing business with, going out to coffee with, seen in pictures with, as much as you can control it. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I think you really want to be careful about who you spend your time with.